Well, as you mentioned, he was replaced. Now it's Pam Bondi, former Florida Attorney General. You're a Floridian. What do Floridians make of her? What do you know about her? What do you make of this pick?
So Pam Bondi is somebody that, again, like Gates, like Trump, followed a similar path to prominence in Republican politics. She was a local prosecutor in the Tampa area, and she is very well spoken and very good on camera. And she started making Fox News appearances and, giving commentary on a lot of hot topic issues and crime cases that were in the news. And I remember in the Republican primary, I actually in the original primary, I voted for one of her opponents that I knew better, who I felt was a more experienced and serious candidate. But Bondi ran away with that primary just because she had so much better name recognition. She got a lot of support from Republicans who felt that she was a good spokesperson for Republican causes. That's not to say that she hasn't had issues and scandals. The ongoing questions about what really happened with the Trump University investigation. And that's where people who signed up for those classes believed that they would be getting, a good curriculum that would help them make a living and make money. And it was pretty much a scam. And New York prosecuted a successful case against Trump University. And there were similar complaints made in Florida. I believe there were 22 of them that were sent to the Florida Attorney General's office. And Bondi originally acknowledged those and then tried to downplay it and said there was only one complaint. She dropped pursuing it after Trump, through his charity, donated $25,000 to her campaign. That was later found to be an improper donation because you can't donate to political campaigns from certain nonprofits. I mean, it's a complicated mess. I find it a little questionable whether you can really buy off a Florida politician for $25,000, considering how expensive all of our, campaigns are, especially on a statewide level. I mean, just one media market is millions of dollars. So running statewide is such a colossal thing. The idea that you can be bought off for $25,000, I don't quite. It's not such a clear quid pro quo, but they've been. Pam Bondi and Donald Trump have been close allies and surrogates for each other and supported each other. She was one of the big advocates for him throughout his campaign. She was a very loud spokesperson for him in the wake of the 2020 election and parroting a lot of the baseless claims of election fraud. That's another thing that people are rightfully raising their eyebrows about. She was also a registered foreign agent for the government of Qatar. And, when we're raising questions about Tulsi Gabbard, another Trump nominee for Director of National Intelligence, and where her allegiances lie, considering her many, many statements over the years that are viewed as, unduly sympathetic to, countries that are enemies of the United States, like Russia, and, her shrugging at the war crimes committed by Assad in Syria. Pam Bondi being a registered agent for a country like Qatar is problematic. And when she goes through her confirmation hearings, I expect even Republican senators to be asking her questions about that. But again, in the calculus of the Republican senators who are voting for the confirmation, they've already, stonewalled Gates out of the running. And Bondi was at least a Florida Attorney General. She was a prosecutor. She's practiced law. She has far more experience. I think it's going to be a lot. I would find it highly unusual if she's the one that doesn't make it. I think Hegseth and Gabbard and Kennedy are far more likely to stumble along their path to nomination than Bondi.